Hey everybody, I'm here today to tell you 8 things to remember when driving. Now, many people forget about these things as they've had their license for longer and as they've received more driving experience. And some people didn't know about these things to begin with. So I'm making this video to help you keep these 8 things at the front of your mind because they're very important when driving. Now let's get right to it. The first thing, number 1, is that safety is your priority. The moment that you get into a car and you start that engine, safety should be your priority. Now, it's completely normal to have other things on your mind, to be thinking about your job, your family, your hobbies while you're driving. And as long as your main focus is on the road, that's perfectly fine in my opinion. But safety should trump everything and it should be your priority. You have to ensure that you are being safe for the sake of yourself and others around you. And once safety has taken priority in your mind, then you can actually be a good driver. If safety is not your priority, it's going to be nearly impossible for you to be an actual good driver. Safe driving is good driving, okay? Number 2, there are other drivers on the road. You have to remember that you're not the only one on the road. There are many other drivers on the road. Now, there are times when you are driving in which it is smart to be selfish, and other times in which it is smart to be selfless. I'm concerned about making sure that you are taking advantage of those times that it's right to be selfless, letting other drivers into the lane if they need to get in the lane, being courteous of those around you, and just generally being aware that there are other drivers around you and that their driving is, in essence, just as important as your driving, okay? Number 3, the third thing to remember is that speeding won't get you there much faster. When most people speed, it's simply because they actually want to get somewhere faster. They're in a rush, and that rush causes them to speed and to go above the speed limit. Now, with that being said, speeding in most cases will only save you like a few minutes. And a few minutes really won't make a difference. I mean, most people would rather you be a few minutes late than speed to get there on time. So with that being said, speeding is very dangerous and it won't get you there much faster anyways. Number 4 on this list is that how you drive your car will determine its lifespan, okay? So how you drive and how well you maintain your car will determine how long it lasts. If you treat your car with respect, there's a stronger and better chance that it's gonna last a longer time. If you treat your car with disrespect, chances are it's not going to last as long. So it all depends. If you only want to have your car for a few years and then you don't care about it anymore, then you have an excuse to treat it with disrespect. But if you want your car to last a long time, then you need to treat your car with respect. Drive your car respectfully. And also treat your car with respect with regards to the maintenance that you're doing on the car. Number 5 on this list is that your mirrors are there to help you. Now, most people only use their mirrors when they are reversing. Your mirrors are there to help you when you are reversing or driving forward. So with that being said, take advantage of your mirrors. If you're driving forward and you want to switch lanes, check your blind spot and check your mirrors. Your mirrors will tell you and show you what's going on behind your car and to the sides of your car. Okay? If you're driving and you just generally want to see what's going on behind you, check your mirrors. I have made it a habit to check my mirrors pretty constantly as I'm driving, and especially when I need to see what's going on behind me. If I suspect that something is happening behind the car, you use your mirrors to check that out. And also, it's just good to be aware of what's happening behind you. Now, you should be checking your mirrors constantly as you're driving, but not checking as in staring at them. While you're driving forward, a quick glance will give you a good idea of what's happening behind your car, and by doing that, you can be aware of the circumstances that you are in while you're driving. Number 6 on this list is that red lights are not for taking breaks. Right now, I'm actually stopped at a red light, and I've seen it happen so many times. People are stopped at a red light and they put their head back, they stretch, they take off their glasses, they clean their glasses. It's not a good idea. You need to be aware at red lights. At any given moment, at any red light, something can happen, and you might need to take action immediately. So with that being said, you have to still be aware and be alert when you're stopped at a red light. It's not an excuse to, do something that is completely taking you away from your awareness on the road. So make sure that you're staying aware even at red lights. They're not for taking breaks. Number 7 is that signals are your way of communicating with other drivers. Now, many people seem to forget this. They use their signals, they pass their driving test, and then they stop using their signals. They create a bad habit. Now, signals are your way of telling other drivers what you want to do. If you want to make a turn, if you want to pull over, if you want to veer to the left, to the right, if you want to switch lanes, they are your way of essentially telling other drivers and communicating to other drivers what you want to do. So with that being said, use your signals as necessary, all the time that they are necessary. Not when there are other drivers around you and you don't use them when you're alone, not from time to time, not only when you absolutely need to as a last resort. Use your signals all the time as necessary. It's very simple. And last but not least, number 8 on this list of the things to remember while driving is that your car should be a comfortable place for you. Now, I personally don't keep my cars very clean, at least right now, because my mind is a relatively messy place. I'm very busy, very productive, and I'm just let's get it done and move forward. That's my mentality. So my car is very similar. I'll eat something and I'll leave the wrapper there. I'll drink a bottle of water, and I'll leave the bottle on the floor. And then once every 2 weeks or so, I'll just clean everything up. That's what I sort of do, with the way that I complete tasks. So that's comfortable for me. Whatever is comfortable for you might be different. You might, like to keep your car completely spotless, and that's perfectly fine. In whatever the case is for you, your car should be a comfortable place for you. That's the main point. And that's basically it. In this video, I've gone over 8 things to remember when driving. Like I said, a lot of people tend to forget about these things as they've had their license for a long time and as they've accumulated more driving experience. And some people didn't even know about these things to begin with. So with that being said, I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. What are some other things to remember while driving? Let me know down below. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.